What if I told you that, starting today, your own bank could decide when and how you access your own money? Across the UK, thousands of pensioners are walking into their local bank branches and leaving in disbelief. Instead of friendly service, they're being told one chilling word: no. No to withdrawals, no to flexibility, and no explanation that truly makes sense. It's happening quietly, but the effects are shaking the confidence of millions of older Britons. Stricter ID checks, sudden freezes, new withdrawal limits. Banks say it's about protection from fraud, but many believe there's something far deeper and far more concerning going on beneath the surface. Because today marks a turning point in how pensioners across Britain handle their savings and how much control they truly have over their own cash. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. Across the country, major banks including Barclays, Lloyds, HSBC, NatWest, and Santander have quietly rolled out new cash handling policies. Each bank is introducing its own set of rules, but the message is the same: lower daily cash limits, more ID verification, increased scrutiny of transactions. It sounds technical, but the reality for everyday people is anything but simple. Behind these policies lies a clear divide: a financial system racing toward a cashless future, and a generation that still trusts the feel of real coins and notes. From now on, large cash withdrawals will be red-flagged automatically. Take out £1,000 or more, and you could be stopped on the spot, asked to justify why you need it. Some pensioners have even been asked to provide receipts or written explanations before being allowed to touch their savings. Just think about that for a moment, being asked to prove why you need your own money. Banks defend these moves as fraud prevention, claiming scammers often trick older people into withdrawing large sums. And yes, that's a genuine concern. But to many retirees, these new rules feel less like protection and more like control. Imagine, after working for 40 or 50 years, paying taxes, and saving diligently, you reach retirement only to be told that you now need permission to access your own savings. For many who remember the old post office counter as the heart of community life, this feels like yet another door being slammed shut. A 72-year-old woman from Manchester recently told the BBC, "It's my money. I shouldn't have to explain myself to anyone." And she's far from alone. Across social media, hundreds of older customers are sharing similar experiences, being questioned, delayed, or even denied when they simply try to withdraw their own funds. But here's the truth: few are talking about these new banking restrictions are part of a much larger transformation. Britain is moving rapidly toward a cashless society. In just 5 years, over 5,000 local bank branches have closed. Atoms are disappearing faster than they can be replaced. The government insists it's committed to protecting access to cash. But on the ground, it's clear, digital banking is taking over and millions of seniors are being left behind. Right now, more than 2.5 million older Britons still rely on cash for everyday spending. For them, it's not nostalgia. It's about trust and control. They've seen financial crashes. They've lived through recessions. They've watched scams rise and digital systems fail. For them, holding cash in hand isn't just comfort, it's security. But with new withdrawal caps, ID checks, and delays, that sense of security is slipping away. Experts are warning of a growing crisis called cash exclusion, when people are effectively cut off from their money because the system no longer works for them. And it doesn't stop there. Some banks now require appointments for cash withdrawals over £2,000. That means you can't just walk into your branch and take your money. You have to book in advance, sometimes waiting days for approval. Others delay access until a manager signs off. So if your boiler breaks, or you need to pay a tradesperson urgently, you could be forced to wait for permission to use your own cash. Meanwhile, local branches continue to shut down at record speed. Right now, a UK bank branch closes every 48 hours. For those living in small towns or rural communities, that means longer travel times only to find the ATM out of service, or enforcing new withdrawal limits. Under anti-money laundering laws, banks are now required to flag and report unusual activity. That includes large or frequent cash withdrawals. The Financial Conduct Authority, FC, says it's about stopping financial crime, but critics argue it gives banks unprecedented power to interrogate ordinary citizens. So what can you do to protect yourself and maintain access to your own money? Step 1. Stay informed. Check your bank's withdrawal policies regularly. They change often, and sometimes without public announcement. Step 2. Explore alternatives. Most post office branches still allow cash withdrawals from major banks, often with simpler ID procedures and fewer questions. Step 3. Stand your ground. If staff question your withdrawal, stay calm but firm. Ask for a written copy of their policy. You are legally entitled to it. And remember, it's your money, not theirs. Interestingly, not every bank is going down the restrictive path. Nationwide Building Society, for example, has pledged to protect access to cash and keep local branches open for as long as possible. But many others are accelerating toward full digital banking, urging customers, even seniors, to use mobile apps and online platforms instead. That's fine for the tech-savvy, but for many pensioners, it's alienating, confusing, and isolating. We're witnessing what experts call the digital divide, a growing gap between those who can adapt and those being left behind. The government has acknowledged the problem. Officials have promised new laws to ensure every community maintains access to free cash withdrawal points. But policy moves slowly, and reality moves fast. Each week, another branch closes, another cash point vanishes, and another pensioner struggles to access their funds. So where does this leave Britain's retirees? Standing at a crossroads between the comfort of traditional banking and the uncertainty of a digital-only future. These new restrictions don't just inconvenience people. They can delay or even derail vital life events. Buying or selling property, helping a grandchild with university costs, paying urgent medical bills, or even arranging a funeral, all could now require bank approval before funds are released. A process that once took minutes can now take days or weeks. We're entering an era where personal financial freedom is quietly being replaced by digital oversight. The intentions may be good safety, security, fraud prevention, but the emotional and practical impact on pensioners is enormous. So what should you do next? Review your accounts, know your limits, policies, and procedures. Speak to your bank manager, directly ask them what the new caps and ID requirements are. Plan ahead if you need to make a large withdrawal. Inform your bank in advance to avoid unnecessary blocks or delays. Because while banks insist no one will lose access to their money, access and freedom are not the same thing. For many older Britons, this feels like the start of a quiet struggle, not against technology, but for the right to control their own finances without interference. At its core, this is about more than money. It's about trust, independence, and dignity. Every withdrawal, every transaction, every pound now moves under closer surveillance. For some, that feels like safety. For others, it feels like control. But one truth remains. For Britain's pensioners, the fight to keep control over their own cash isn't over. In fact, it's only just beginning. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video with more insights on the issues that affect the UK. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates.